for Alexa Farrell this morning. He's checking on the roads for us in just a moment. But first, let's head over to meteorologist Stacy Ann-Gooden.
All right, you probably were woken up to like rumbles of thunder, saw some lightning off into the distance, perhaps out your window, of course. But we did have just one storm report coming in from New Jersey. It was much needed rain that came through the area. This is Wantage Township in Sussex County, 2.3 inches reported there. We'll continue to share some totals with you. A lot of it radar indicated, but it's good to know to kind of gauge, how we fare and where we're at right now. The last bit of showers moving, exiting eastern Long Island, right on schedule, right on time. We mentioned the other day, wrapping up by 4 a.m., which is where we are right now, eastern tip of Long Island, the Twin Forks, getting the last bit of light showers. You may notice a little misting happening and maybe even some fog-like conditions. So that's something that you're going to have to watch out for. Some ponding on the roads, possibly light puddles. Here's a look. That cold front is what we're tracking. Will it mean cooler temperatures? That's the big question. More storms on the way. We'll send it over to Mike Masco.
The Lego Death Star set is not cheap, as you could imagine. It retails for $1,000, making it the most expensive of the Star Wars sets.
And for those Lego fans and collectors, that's just going to fly right off the shelf.
Yeah.
I guarantee
Well, you just buy that. Like, that's it.
Well, I mean, do you need anything else?
Right. It'll take you years to put together. It will take me years.
Yeah, I mean, they hurt just as much when you step on them, right? I'm just saying, I don't think that changes.
Not at all.
All right.
Not at all. All right, let's look at our weather traffic on this Friday.
Yeah, you're taking me back, stepping on toys, hurting the bottom of my foot. All right, thank you so much, guys. Live radar, things have quieted down quite a bit. You may still encounter just some puddles on the roads. Of course, Mike Masco has a closer look at your traffic, but in the meantime, we do have things just drying out, getting a little bit better. These are radar indicated totals. You can kind of see the contouring here where we had heavier amounts. Of course, as the system headed further east, it did lose a little bit of steam. I think that had a lot to do with the marine layer influence. Right now, Blairstown or south of there, kind of around Hackettstown, 4.3. Did that actually come to fruition? Not necessarily. This is just what our radar is picking up. So we did have a lot of moisture in the air. Rockaway 2.5 almost, 3.3 in Low Patcong. Of course, we'll have updated information as far as totals are concerned later on. But right now, temperatures are in the upper 60s, low 70s, so it is a mild start. Further east, East Hampton, 65, 68, Farmingdale. Afternoon highs will be mainly in the low 80s. Just got to fix that Stamford icon there. We'll have plenty of sunshine. There may be some clouds here and there filtering in, but overall we'll have lots of sunshine to play with later on. Overnight temperatures mainly in the upper 60s, low 70s. It will feel a little bit more humid. You'll also notice the breeze is picking up a little bit in the wake of this system. Winds will be out of the southwest, and you know what that means? It's going to be pumping in that warmer, humid air even through tomorrow as well. It's going to set the stage for our next system. There's that cold front. We're waiting on that to pass through. Not necessarily going to mean much cooler temperatures, though. We have this system that we're tracking, and then another storm will be brewing by later on in the afternoon tomorrow. So I think past noon, closer to the 2 o'clock hour, you'll see things start to flare up, starting north and west, and then it'll start to fill up. This is a strong line, and this is indicative of heavy downpours, potentially strong gusty winds, maybe even some hail. So there is that potential for severe weather from tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. So we're at a level 1 risk, just to give you a heads up. Up in upper 60s, as you can see there, Massapequa, 68, Kings Park, 67, Bayshore at 71 degrees. So I didn't need a jacket. You're not going to need one necessarily this morning. Even this afternoon, it's going to really get warm. T-shirt, tank top weather. But here is just a look at current visibility across the way. 1 and almost 2 mile visibility. White Plains, 2.5 Caldwell, 8 New York City, not bad. Montgomery is even less at 1/4 mile. Here's a look at your planner. We'll have a closer look at these temperatures in the storm that's on the way. We'll send it over to Mike Masco now with traffic.
Drama with the rain, no. We don't need any more of that. We are drying out just nicely. You may encounter some visibility issues. We talked a little bit about that just about maybe 10 minutes ago or so, or 15. But what you can expect now as we dry out, we have another round that we're talking about. 1/10 of an inch below average. We're going to update these numbers as more come in. to our studios, and of course, monthly temperature reading. We're at a deficit as well. Here's the deal. Satellite and radar were quiet. Rain has moved out. No more rumbles or thunder for the time being. High pressure taking over. And then we have our next system coming through. You may notice a little bit of increase in humidity, a little bit of a breeziness later on this afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're in the 60s. We have our pair of sixes in New York City, 71 Islip, 70 Montauk, but a little bit cooler north and west Montgomery, 62. So a far cry from where we began this week. We had temperatures in much cooler conditions. Don't forget about it. Last week we had some 40s in there too. All right, so here's where we stand right now, nice and clear. We have a mixture of sun and clouds, becoming mostly sunny at times. Winds out of the southwest will become a little bit more humid. There may be some areas, by the way, getting a little bit further into the 80s, but mainly low 80s for today. And then as we head into Saturday, low to mid 80s, that's what we anticipate. Close around the noon hour, in north and west of the city, you could see some showers, but I think greater chance as we head into the 2-3 o'clock hour. Those heavy downpours could lead to pounding on the roads. Can't rule out damaging winds and, of course, hail. That is a possibility. But as it continues to move further east, we have that marine layer there, a little bit more of a sea breeze and things. It looks like it may die down a little bit, but it actually may hold up that strong line going through. Something that we're going to track. Afternoon into the evening should clear out early enough and set the stage for a pretty nice finish to the weekend. Heavy downpours, gusty wind tails, travel disrupting, so hopefully if you do have a flight you want to check to make sure everything is okay. Satellite, tropical satellite here, 90% chance now for the development. The next one on head into next week. We're going to send things over to Mike Master.
I don't know. I believe it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It feels like
some spots, but right now, if you're in Brooklyn, Mill Basin, Park Slope, Bay Ridge, Bensonhurst, we're in the 60s. The winds are pretty light. It's nice and calm in spots, and we'll be coming out of the south mainly for today. Temperatures in the low 80s mainly across the way. So that's something that we're going to be watching. Plenty of sunshine. Even though it's a little humid and a little breezy at times, it's still going to be a beautiful day. Beautiful for baseball as well. The Yankees and the Blue Jays later on. First pitch getting underway, 7:05, 79 degrees. I wouldn't necessarily need a cover up because the sun is setting a little bit early. I'd still just bring the sunglasses just in case you may need them, especially if you get to the ballpark a little bit earlier and the sun is still out. Here's a look at overnight temperature readings. Mill Basin, 71, Park Slope, 70, upper 60s, Bay Ridge, as well as Brownsville. Here's a look at your 3-day forecast. Looking great, but we are tracking storms that may impact your weekend. When will be the best time for you to head out, maybe run some errands or something like that? I will let you know. Coming up, we'll send it over to Mike Masco. He has all the... That's a good story.
Yeah, it is. J. Dow did a great job on that story. We've got some issues in traffic and
Route 3?
Man, you got caught by Route 3 this morning,
Right
didn't
in
you?
the middle. I'm like, what are you guys paving at 3 a.m.?
Oil.
Or repaving?
Then they're getting rid of the gravel. I mean, it's just been, I don't know what's going on. Cooking oil.
Cooking oil.
But here's the thing, you can't say it's cooking oil.
No?
Yeah.
That caused the gravel truck overturn yesterday.
Okay, well, yeah,
But-
you can't say that. But.
Okay.
What are they paving? You know what I mean? If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
And it smells just like
It's
chicken.
not a duck, apparently. It
Smells like chicken.
smells like chicken.
Oh, no.
And to add insult to injury, they closed an exit or a few exits that lead onto Route 3, I guess, to block folks from, you know, getting onto that construction. So
go to 46.
look out. There you go.
There you go.
That's good.
And
Always,
then the weather.
yeah,
That's
on top
another
of that. It's always good to have an alternate. But yes, the weather on top of that with the storms. Could you imagine? Hope everybody's okay if you had to drive through that.
Speculation on what that was over Sussex County yet.
What
That
happened?
explosion.
Boom.
Aliens.
Okay, all right,
That's my answer for everything. That's an M80. Somebody setting off M80s. That's all that was. Thank you so much, guys. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Things have quieted down, so hopefully your commute isn't as bad. I know there are issues on the Route 3 situation. We'll get an update from Mike in just a second. But as you can see now, this storm system pushing further east away from here. We're drying out. There still may be some puddles to have to dodge. I know I had to dodge a couple myself. This cold front will kind of like wash away. It'll just kind of vanish, dissipate. But what it's going to leave behind, not necessarily cooler conditions. We will have another surge of very warm, slightly humid air. We're really gearing up for this next system to arrive for tomorrow, affecting your commute tomorrow afternoon and evening, or any outdoor plans that you may have, because it's still nice enough for folks to enjoy a nice little barbecue or something. Temperatures right now, northeastern New Jersey, whether you're in Bergen, Hudson, Essex County, we're looking good. Low to mid 60s. I wouldn't say whip out the jacket like we were saying before. Things are much milder. 68 Farmingdale, 67 New York City, but visibility is going to be a problem. So on top of that, you want to allow plenty of extra travel time. As Mike mentioned, there may be some airport delays. Speaking of which, we'll send it over to Mike Masco with traffic.
You think that they have that report.
It really is. What a great program.
5:50 here. On this Friday, we'll take outside, check our weather and traffic.
Mike Masco checking on the road for us in just a moment. But first, let's head over to meteorologist Stacy Ann-Gooden with some wetness coming on, huh?
Yeah, it's a quiet scene right now in the wake of the storm system that came through overnight. But yes, we have another round coming to us tomorrow. Wanted to paint the picture for you and step out of the way real quick. We have a deficit below normal temperatures for the month of September so far. I know we started, we just started. We have a ways to go, but still just wanted to show you just that. As far as rainfall, just had a slight difference, about 10% inch, a little bit more than that below average. But we're going to make up for it, no doubt. Here's a look at where we stand right now, satellite and radar, quiet conditions now. Visibility may be down just a little bit, so allow plenty of extra travel time as well in that department. We're doing much better. Cold front is getting hung up a little bit. Eventually it'll dissipate. And that system on the way for tomorrow. Will it impact the entire Saturday? Not necessarily, but if you have any outdoor plans, get them done early. The earlier the better. You want to go out for a run. A lot of folks are already gearing up for the New York City Marathon later on this year, November to be exact. But anything after 2, you'll be, dodging some raindrops and some stormy weather, rumbles of thunder in association with that. That's a possibility as well. So 60s right now, low 70s. ISO coming in at 70, 63. That's in White Plains, 67. New York City, 65 Caldwell. And a look at temperatures looking ahead. We'll have some breaks in the clouds. Although it's like a low-hanging stratus that fog will eventually lift as the sun comes out. Winds out of the southwest. It'll be a little bit humid, a little breezy at times. We'll end up in the 80s, the low 80s mainly. And then we'll cool off a bit in the upper 60s or 70s as we head into tomorrow. Starting off dry, we'll have enough sunshine to go around. Anything you want to do, 9 o'clock, you're good to go. But once you get into around noon, north and west of the state, still doable. Still doable for most, but those showers are starting to sneak in. Sullivan, Ulster, Orange County, but further south will dry up until around the 2 o'clock hour. Maybe even a little bit before then, can't rule that out. pockets of heavier downpours leading to some pounding. In association with that, there will be some strong winds to accompany that, maybe in the 50s, 60 plus miles per hour gusts possible. That strong line indicative of just that. So expect things to wind down by tomorrow night, and then it will eventually give way to some clearing for your Sunday. So heavy downpours, gusty winds, hail, travel distractions. Remember, when we talk about the potential for severe weather, we need those strong wind gusts in addition to the hail, quarter size or more, and those winds gusting pretty high. Okay, let's move on.
Even when it comes, yeah, we're gonna be 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 even when it comes to yeah, we're going to be doing a little of that. I mean, get your stuff done early. You want to do a workout, get it done in the morning. If you're in the Hudson Valley, before noon. If you're in the city, try to get it done before 2. Of course, we'll be tweaking the timing accordingly throughout the course of the day. Mr. G, Christina will be here later on. And, of course, Mike Masco, he'll be here tomorrow. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. As you can see here, high pressure is in control now, so things have dried out quite a bit. That cold front is kind of like hanging around. It's eventually going to dissipate. Here is what. Okay, so we're in the 60s right now. These are our lows. We're already starting to see the numbers come up a bit, as a matter of fact. We're now at 72, 73, in Islip, 72 West Hampton. So it's a nice, comfortable day in terms of temperatures and how we feel when we step outside. But the humidity, that's the only caveat. Here's a look at your 24-hour temperature change coming up. We'll time out this next storm system and let you know exactly when you can expect it to clear out. Let's see how things are doing on the roads with Mike Masco.
Morning news.
Okay, the barge is on the move. Horns are going.
I thought you were going to tell us that the bar is open.
The bar is open. Yes.
Yeah.
The bar is open. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Thank you for being here, everybody, at 8:30 on this Friday morning. I'm Dan Manarino.
And I'm Kirsten Cole in for Hazel Sanchez this morning. Let's get you started on this half hour with your weather, with your roads. Meteorologist Stacy Ann-Gooden and Mike Masco, both here to help us out.
Yeah. What's going on?
It's going well. Things have settled down.
It was a show and a half
It was,
last night.
Did it wake you up?
Yes.
Nothing really wakes me up. I put silicone earplugs in, and that's it.
How do you hear the
crawl in
alarm?
and out of my bed? I mean, they've occupied my house, but like I don't even know they're
Thank you for clarifying.
I mean, it's like my husband, my son, like it's a traveling road show. I never know what's going on.
Yeah, I heard it. I woke up.
It was, and I looked outside my window and I said, oh no, it's like a light show out there. Your smartphone, just to remind yourself of what's ahead. And of course, I'm here to remind you too. And we have our whole meteorologist team here as well. Satellite and radar were quiet all around in the wake of that storm system that came through. Look at it. It's just like a distant memory at this point. We have another set coming through this area of low pressure sliding in from the west. We'll first start to see things heat up
around noon north and west of the city. Speaking of north and west of the city, Ulster County coming in 60s across the board. I'd just like to show you a comparison of what we're working with here. So 60s and low 70s, so a little bit milder if you're in Islip, for instance, 73 degrees. All across Long Island, we're in the 70s, believe it or not. But things are going to change later on, a little bit cooler and visibility improving. We'll send it over to Mike Masco. One last look at traffic.
Let's do it. 8:33. Good morning, everybody.
So excited. You know, anytime you get the.
Glad you're getting yours. Let's give you a look at the weather. Stacy Ann-Gooden here.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Satellite radar, we quieted down quite a bit. Now, things are going to heat up again tomorrow, and I'm not just talking temperatures here. Winds right now out of the west. We anticipate a nice little bump. Humidity will hang around a little bit. It'll feel like summer, as it is technically summer. Astronomical fall doesn't arrive until, the 22nd of September. In the meantime, there's that cold front that we talked about. This is our next storm system that we're going to be tracking. And this could really pack a punch. I'm just giving you a heads up from now. 60s, low 70s across the board. No jacket needed for the day. The next chance for those showers to develop will be tomorrow afternoon. It does expand a little bit to give us some more coverage as we head into the afternoon hours. Strong lineup coming through at around the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, but it does begin for most at around 2. North and west a little bit earlier than that. It looks like this line is going to really hold up, guys. So I'm just giving you a reminder to just budget your time accordingly. It does kind of linger into early Sunday before gradually clearing out. Even by around the 9 o'clock hour Sunday, it's still coming down a bit and then eventually clearing out. If you have a barbecue heading to the park, you'll notice that the ground will be quite saturated, and that could be a problem for a lot of folks as well. So we're looking at the potential for excessive rainfall amounts that could lead to some flash flooding. So that has been bumped up from early this morning. Also, level 1 a risk for severe weather, which includes strong gusty winds that could lead to downed trees, power lines, power outages, heavy downpours, hail, travel disruptions if you're taking a flight. Just a heads up there as well. Make sure